Should you immediately get your real estate license to become a successful wholesaler? That is the topic of today's video, and a hot topic these days in the real estate investing world as wholesaling becomes more mainstream and there's a lot of buzz and money to be made in this industry. So I'm Dustin Hahn. I've been an investor for about 19 years. I've done a couple hundred deals. And on this channel, we show you how to buy property for 40 to 90% below market value. As well, we sprinkle in a little bit of tax lien and deed investing in there to mix it up. So this is a hot topic lately. Should you get your real estate license? And the answer to that currently is, I would say 85% no, depending on the state you're in. In Illinois, you do need a real estate license to wholesale after your first deal. So you can do one deal. However, I'm sure as you've seen from being on YouTube, there's a lot of legislation in certain states that might require you to get a license. So what I want to talk about is if or when you should do it and why or why not. So first off, starting out, you definitely don't need that license, okay? Say you're watching this in Illinois right now, I would go to Indiana and just do deals remotely, or within an hour or two of where you live is also a good time to do it. Now, what's one of the reasons why getting a license could be a good reason? So for example, if I lived in Illinois right now, I'd be going out and immediately getting my license. And the reason is because that license requirement is gonna cut out a huge part of the competition, right? Because as wholesaling catches on, it's getting more competitive, which doesn't mean it's bad or you missed the boat. What it means is there's money to be made, right? And that's why a lot of people do it, because with wholesaling, you can make, 10 to 30, sometimes 40,000 bucks per deal, and you don't have to buy the property. And if you follow the news or the internet, you can see that the real estate associations and local realtors get upset when they see wholesalers making, say, 10 to 30,000 bucks, while they're struggling to make their commission on their property. So there's definitely a movement in that direction. So for you starting out, if you've never done a wholesale deal, I wouldn't worry about it at first. What I would do is learn the basics, right? Learn how the contracts work. We give it away as well. We had our attorney go ahead and draft this up. You can click the link below. Also subscribe if you like this information. We come out with it regularly, sometimes. Depends how we're feeling, but we're making more of an effort. The other thing to do if you're new is learn how to estimate the costs of rehabs. So I've created a rehab calculator sheet that you can click the link below. One of the most important things is just to stop procrastinating. You probably have enough information to get started and get going. And one of the hard things that people struggle with is they have a lot of just in case information versus just in time information. One of the best things you can do is jump in and then go for the solution when you need it. You're never gonna get to the point where you have all of this information in your head and you're not gonna make a mistake. Mistakes are where you learn. I think there's a great saying, you get experience right after you need it. I've been there many, many times. So when it comes to getting a license, I would not recommend it out of the gate. And if you do have a license, that doesn't prevent you from wholesaling. You just have to list or disclose on the contract that buyer is a licensed realtor. So for example, to bring it around, if you're starting with wholesaling, go ahead, get started, get the contracts, plan your game plan. This video is not about the steps to take on getting started, but we will have more videos on that coming out. If you are living in a place where the legislation is moving that way, I would double down, get a couple deals under your belt, and then become licensed. And then that way you're gonna be able to kill it because there's a lot less competition. Think about it. All of the people living in Illinois who are trying to wholesale, they watch a YouTube video, they go out, they're trying to do this stuff. Well, now they're limited and they can't. And because the thing is this stuff does take a bit of work, right? Wholesaling, in my opinion, is one of the greatest ways to get started, find good deals. Where else can you make 10 to 30 grand on a deal without going to college or university. Now, because of the internet, because of the TikToks, it is getting more competitive, which is good because that means if you keep the axe sharp, you will be able to get these deals. So those are my tips for that. Getting the license. First step, get started, get in the game. In fact, what I would do right now is get off YouTube and start looking at some property. Okay, you've probably watched enough YouTube videos today. But before you go, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you like our content. Click the link below if you want to learn how to buy property for 40 to 90% below market value. We got a free on-demand training. You also get a copy of our contract and these 4 nifty tips, okay? So I'll just leave with this note that's just spontaneously come into my mind. Here's the thing these days. All of the information on how to do this stuff is on the internet for free, okay? It just depends how motivated you are. There isn't too many magic tricks left. I have a few tricks up my sleeve that maybe we'll reveal a bit later. But the thing is you can get all the information, just don't drown in information. Start taking action and learning, getting the experience, and get that just-in-time information versus the just-in-case information, because that's really where the magic happens. We got so many people on the YouTube University who get this information and then they just don't ever take action because they're waiting for that magical moment in time that never ever comes, okay? So let's take some action. You can grab our stuff, subscribe, the big thing. Let's get some deals. Thanks for watching.